Hey, what's up, guys? Chris and Andrew Williams here. And look, we are super excited to come at you again. Let me ask you this one question. How well are you doing right now in the area of fitness in your life? In the area of wellness? I'm talking about eating healthy, working out, taking care of this one body that you have. Do you feel like it's going to take you for the length of time you need to take you, and you have the quality of life? Do you have small aches and pains that you feel like you can take care of? Well, look, guys, we're here tonight to talk about wellness. Really, how can you begin to implement something very, very simple for a busy professional, for a busy mom and dad, for a busy person that feel like they don't have a lot of time to work out? We're here tonight to give you some tips on things that we've done, implemented, and been successful in, and really just helping our bodies stay strong so that we can stay fit and live a healthier life. One of the aspects of WAR is wellness. And today we're going to cover that. But here's the thing about WAR I want to share with you guys about our brand. Winning Against Resistance is really about empowering the individual so that we can fortify families and shift the culture. And when you think about that, our main focus is empowering the individual, because if we can empower the man and if we can empower the woman with knowledge and information that they didn't have, and empower them, inspire them to begin to go out and apply some of those things and give them the tools, guess what? It'll make them a better father, a better mother. It'll make them a better husband, a better wife for the family, creating a better environment for the family. That in itself has a potential to change the community. That in itself has a potential to begin to shift the culture. So that's what we're here to talk about tonight. So, hey guys, I'm going to give it over to Angela. She's going to roll into this thing.
So I think that we neglect the small beginnings when it comes to wellness, and everything can start from such a small step. I don't think you don't have to go out and run a marathon tomorrow, or do something, go lift 300 pounds tomorrow. It can all just start small. Even just walking. If you only walk 5,000 steps a day, walk 10,000 steps tomorrow. It's always about increasing, and not always about, it's the consistency. Consistency is key, and not just trying to get things perfect. I think we can get so caught up, at the beginning of the year, you want to get your outfits and your workout gear and all these things, and you make these big commitments. Well, sometimes those commitments just need to be smaller commitments. I'm just going to walk more this week, or maybe I'm just going to drink more water this week. So once you start talking about wellness, when you get into the ideas of wellness and increasing wellness, it doesn't have to be something that's so grand. It can just start off so very small, and consistency is key in those. So whatever it is for you, whatever that thing is that you've committed to in your wellness, maybe it's drinking more water, maybe eating more vegetables, decreasing the sugar, whatever that thing is for you, don't beat yourself up. Just start off small. If you mess up today, guess what? There's always tomorrow. And one thing about me and my consistency, I haven't been in the gym in the past few weeks. Life can get in the way. Sometimes there's just barriers to exercising, but get back in there. Just keep showing up, keep doing the things, keep a log, keep an activity log, a tracker. You can buy a watch or a thing to calculate your steps. Or there's so many apps you can use to help keep you on gear and on focus to these small changes that you're making. So the first key to fitness and wellness is to start off small, to figure out what that small step is for you, and just start from there.
Guys, it takes a mindset shift. I talk to my patients about this all the time. There's nothing more frustrating to a physical therapist to give someone exercises, give them the tools that they need, and they don't carry it out. You empower somebody with what they need to help them feel better, but yet they don't do it. So oftentimes it's barriers that are in the way, the mental barriers. And you got to assess this for yourself, man. Is it lack of motivation? Now, this is what I don't want to hear, is lack of time. Because we all got the same 24 hours in a day. So it's not a matter of lack of time. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how you can kind of habit stack and have a 15-minute focus to really start to make some progress and gains. Angela talks about starting small. That's exactly the key. But oftentimes when we're thinking about this thing, we're thinking about the pain of working out. We're thinking about the bigger barrier of developing the habit of working out, or we're thinking about all of the big challenging part. Like, it's going to be such a big thing. I got to go through this soreness phase. I got to shift my entire schedule, my work calendar. Guys, it's a quick mindset shift. It really is. Your lack of motivation, your lack of time could really be solved with one simple process. I call it the 15-minute pump. And guess what? You take 15 minutes, just 15 minutes in a day, and you decide what is the area that you need to really work on. Now, here's the thing. You're not going to be able to handle everything and take care of everything at once. So do you need to start with stretching? Do you need to start with some type of aerobic fitness like walking? Do you need to start with some type of strength training? A lot of that depends on what may be going on. So that's why I encourage you to consult with a provider, physical therapist, if need be. But if you are someone that's young, you're already semi-fit, and you just need to get back in the game, I was there before. I was a collegiate athlete. I got very busy in my professional career and with family, and things begin to fall off. Your body begins to change, but knowing the potential that you do have, I just had to find in my mind, how can I get back started? For some of you guys, you just got to take the first step and get back started. And probably one of my most recent successes was just starting back running. I hadn't ran in years. I mean, probably literally been since almost 9 years since I really had a running regimen. And guys, I started with 5 minutes a day. Literally 5 minutes a day. It was a small goal. I didn't even try to exceed the goal. I knew I could exceed the goal, but I stayed consistent with the small goal long enough until I began to see myself different, until I began to see myself as someone that's going to stick to this goal and carry it out. And that began to expand. Let me share something with you about the 15-minute pump. We all can find 15 minutes in our day, whether we go to work and we make it there 15 minutes earlier, whether as soon as we get home before you engage with the kids, you take 15 minutes, whether it's before you go to bed, you decide wherever you're going to find this 15 minutes in your day and decide what you're going to do, whether you're going to stretch, whether you're going to do push-ups, whether you're going to do pull-ups. And for that period of time, just do it. Try your best not to even take a break. Try to just keep going. If you take a break, take a short break and just get back in. Maximize what you can do in 15 minutes in a day. Because this is the thing that I've learned. If you keep it with 15 minutes, and 15 minutes does not begin to bleed over into the other areas of your life, you keep a focused time and you make the intensity of that 15 minutes greater and greater. So you may start off only being able to do 20 push-ups within 15 minutes if you're that far behind. But guess what? If you keep showing up 15 minutes every single day, then you'll be able to do 30 push-ups. Then you'll be able to do 50. Then you'll be able to do 100 within that 15 minutes. Guys, don't go beyond 15 minutes. When it was running, I started with 5 minutes because I knew I couldn't even tolerate 15 minutes. So your 15-minute pump may need to start with a 5-minute pump. But look, it's a mindset shift. You do have the time. It doesn't take a lot of time. You just need to get started and stay consistent.
So let's talk about some of the other pieces to when you say fitness, most people think about the physical activity of fitness, but fitness is so much more than the physical activity. Let's talk about the other things. Let's talk about the nutrition, which we can go into the weeds of the nutrition, but you can be doing the 15-minute pump. You can be doing all the exercise. You can do all the cardio in the world. But if your nutrition sucks, guess what? That fitness means absolutely nothing. So again, that's a whole, we can dive into that. But nutrition is a big thing. Hydration is something that's important because you're not just taking care of your body on the outside. We're made up of mostly of water. So hydration is very important, getting those electrolytes in even after you've worked out. And I have an awesome electrolyte that I like to use. So I'll drop that in the comment section if you guys want to check that out as well in the description. And then the other part to me that is so key, it's my favorite part of fitness. Rest. Sleep, because your body, your muscles are recovering during sleep. Your body, your mind is recovering during sleep. So sleep is so important. And when you add all those pieces in, you're getting the proper nutrition, you're getting the proper hydration, you're getting the exercise in. Did you know that if you exercise, you even sleep better at night when you exercise? So after all of these things are working, they're working in harmony with each other. And so even just the mental clarity, there's so much mental clarity that comes with working out, exercising, and also that sleep piece and the nutrition. It's so all of these things are working together. So back to the sleep, your body's recovering at night. So after you've broken those muscles down through exercise and fitness, you've used up the nutrition. Your body's using up that protein that you use, those amino acids that you use throughout the day, those electrolytes, and it's repairing itself. Your brain is repairing itself through sleep. So maybe this whole journey of fitness for you isn't just the physical. Maybe it's not physical at all for you. Maybe this whole journey of wellness for you can just be focusing on getting more sleep. I wear a watch most nights when I'm sleeping, and it tells me, what's my heart rate when I'm sleeping? How am I breathing at night? And all of that plays a role. Even if I exercise or didn't exercise that day, all of that plays a role in the amount of REM and deep sleep that I'm getting, so my body can recover and be ready to take on the world the next day, to take on all of the things that I need to do the next day. And once you start to get a habit of getting better nutrition, getting hydration in, and making sure you're exercising and focusing on that rest, you begin to be a well-oiled machine. Your days start to get better, your clarity gets better, and then life just becomes a little bit better as you're focusing on your health, your overall health. One thing I know for sure as a mom, if I'm not taking care of myself physically and mentally and getting the rest that I need, I'm no good for anybody else at home. Even certain spaces, certain times of the month, ladies, if we eat better around those times of the month, those times don't have to be as hard. We don't have to have those mood swings. Food and fitness and sleep are all impacted, can impact that time of the month for us. So it's amazing as you start to deep dive into all the things that we can do to better take care of ourselves, so we can just live the happiest, be the happiest, healthiest versions of ourselves inside and out. So
Guys, we want to leave you with this. Here's your challenge for the week. I want you to decide what is the fitness goal that you're going to go towards. Whether it's sleep, whether it's something in the physical capacity, whether it's some type of eating change habit, just decide on one and make this a 7-day in a row challenge that you're going to just stick it out. Because if you can do it for 7 days, you can do it for 14. If you can do it for 14, you can do it for 21. But here's the challenge. Do it 7, then just do it one more day after that. 7, then just go to 8. 8, then just go to 9. And surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you, get you some accountability partners. And guys, drop some comments on this video. Put some questions in there. We'll be happy to pour into you from our professions. Physical therapists and nurse. We'll be happy to share from our professional opinions things that can help you overcome the barriers and get to where you want to be. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel so you can get notified when we go live. We're going live every single week, or we're premiering something every single week, guys. And go to winningagainstresistance.com. Look, got some new blog posts that are about to drop. Got some merchandise that are about to drop, getting ready for the summertime. And that's the way you can stay connected. Got some books and some worksheets and parent guides, tools that are coming out to help you guys begin to win against resistance. We'll see you soon.
bye.